If there's one thing more iconic than Barry Keoghan being in Sabrina Carpenter's new Please 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 music video, it's the makeup she was wearing the entire time. I know we were listening to a new song, but I could not stop looking at the face card. And you know I had to recreate it as soon as possible. So if you want to see how to get Sabrina Carpenter's Please 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 makeup, keep watching. So because this look has that beautiful dark smoky eye, we want to start with the eyes. Now I've already filled in my eyebrows. Sabrina always goes for a really dark full brow, so it's up to you whether you want to do that. And I've also prepped my eye with a bit of concealer just so we have a nice clean even base. And the eyes are nice and matte, so I'm taking the Makeup by Mario Neutrals palette and I'm taking this one shade in the corner and I'm blending that out all over my eye. So all across the lid and up into the crease. And I'm keeping it quite round in the crease. I'm not winging it out. And then on a smaller shaded brush, I'm taking the darker brown shade directly above that first color, and I'm going to place that all through the crease. So I'm really pressing that into the hollow of my eye. And I'm just taking a little bit of that same color along my lash line, just on the outer corner. And next is the fun part. So for the liner, I recommend using your favorite cream pencil or gel liner. I just find these liners a little bit easier to work with. They sit a lot nicer, especially in the waterline. I'm using the Made by Mitchell Neutrals color case, and I'm taking the black on my Anastasia brow brush. And the trick with any cream liner is that you really want to work it into the back of your hand before you put it on the eyes, just to warm it up and make it nice and pliable. So I'm really working that color into the brush and into the back of my hand. And once it's nice and creamy, we're going to draw a wing. And I'm also taking that color all the way across the eye. Then taking that same product, we're going to line our upper and lower waterlines. And for our inner corner wing, we're going to follow the line of our upper lash line. So I'm taking my brush, following that line. And then at the bottom, just connecting it straight into my bottom waterline. And no need to fear, because if you mess up any of the eyeliner at all, we've done the eyes first, so it's so easy to go in and clean up with a bit of makeup remover, or you can wait until we do concealer and clean it up that way. Next, we want to add mascara and a bit of a lash. I'm using the Sephora length lashes, and I'm doing a light coat of mascara on my lower lashes as well. And for that hydrated dewy glow, I'm using the Espresso Dewy Latte Primer. And as always, applying that all over the face. And even though we want nice dewy skin, I'm going for a more natural matte foundation, because we don't want dewy on dewy on dewy on dewy on dewy, because it's just going to be too much. We really want that highlighter to pop. So I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Longwear Foundation. I've also chosen this one because my tan's faded a little bit, so I think this color might work for us. I'm going to start working this into the skin with my fingers, and I'm blending that in with my Sigma Soft Coverage Foundation brush. And just for a little bit of contour, I'm using the Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick in the shade Stoked. Taking my Tennille J Cream and Powder brush, I'm just going to work that into the bristles, and I'm pressing this into the hollow of my cheek, just for that slightly more snatched cheekbone. Next, going in with blush. This is the Patrick Tarte blush in the shade Just Enough. It's this beautiful baby pink. Booba, stop it! Oh my god, my cat is driving me insane today. So using that same brush, I'm going to tap into the cream shade, and I'm tapping that cream directly above the contour. We're not going crazy heavy with blush in this look. She is wearing a beautiful blush, but she's not wearing as much as she normally does. And then just taking the MCO Beauty Silky Smooth Bronzer, and I'm using that to set the contour, just to really lightly dust on top. Now she has a really bright under eye, so we're going for a slightly lighter concealer. This is the Hourglass concealer in the shade Oat. I'm not a huge fan of this concealer, but I'm giving it another chance. Last time I wore it, it made my eyes look really, really dry, but it's a good color and I don't want to waste my money, so we're giving it another red hot go. I'm placing a little bit in this under eye area, on my chin, down my nose, and on my forehead. And then I'm blending it out with my favorite concealer brush in the entire world. This is the Sigma F72 Soft Angled Concealer Brush. Now I really want to set the skin down, so I'm using the Huda Beauty Cupcake powder. So now our skin looking very flat, very matte. Let's bring a little bit of life back into it. So for a beautiful blush topper, I'm taking the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Chair and just lightly start dusting that over my cheeks. I'm then taking the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Enlighten, and I'm lightly dusting that over the cheek. And a little bit on my nose. And my skin is still looking a little bit flat, so I'm taking my Kylie Cosmetics Dewy Setting Spray, and I'm just going to use that to melt all of these products together. And now to just finish off the eyes, I'm using that Rare Beauty highlighter again. Just doing a little bit of that around our inner corner wing. Now for lips, she's gone for a very neutral toned lip, and there is not a doubt in my mind that the lip liner is Endless Cacao by Makeup Forever. So I'm just going to lightly overline my lips with Endless Cacao. And for lipstick, I'm using the NYX Suede lipstick in the shade Dainty Daze. It's a nice neutral nude pink. And for that beautiful tan glossy lip, I'm using the Sephora Collection Outrageous Plump Gloss in the shade 02. And we're done. That is my Sabrina Carpenter Please 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 inspired makeup all completed. What do we think? I love this look. It's sultry, it's fun. Sabrina knows how to turn out a look. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.